Hey everybody, Chris here. Well, there's certainly a lot going on with Tesla right now as their car sales continue to break records in the electric vehicle space. But what's going to be going on with Tesla with car development in 2023? I'm going to explore that in this video. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit that little notification bell so you can be notified when my new videos come out. So with Tesla and Elon Musk, particularly Elon in the spotlight, everyone's seeing where Tesla is going to go next. So let's go ahead and let's take a closer look, and I'll show you what I'm looking at. If there's one thing Tesla fans have always complained about, it has to be the deadlines. Tesla seems to have developed a habit of releasing cool fan art, huge specs, and maybe footage of a prototype, and then poof, the car would be gone and everyone would be left waiting. However, earlier this year, the company held an employee meeting, and in that meeting, we received confirmation of new projects. They seem to be pointing towards one special thing, the fact that 2023 could be the year of Tesla. So, if you're interested in finding out more about their new announcements, what we can expect from these announcements, and where the company is headed in general, please watch further, because I have more 2023 Tesla news for you. If you go a decade back and try to find out about Tesla from the average person, you won't hear about cars, but might get some random tidbits about Nikola Tesla, the old scientist. However, in just a short period of time, the Tesla company has gone from a low-volume gimmick electric car company to a full-on trendsetter with multiple factories and 4 cars now selling out before shipment is even delivered. Tesla doesn't seem to want to stop anytime soon. The very latest meeting that the company held regarding their direction is just the confirmation we needed. And not just that, while other press conferences and presentations have a habit of making stuff look like more than what it actually is, this meeting is a little different from others, since instead of it being a press conference, it was actually an employee conference. What that means is that stuff said in it is actually done. Let's take a look at the news, which is mostly in the form of reports and tweets from inside the conference, which basically gives us a word-by-word recreation of what went on. And although there's a ton to unpack, there are 3 announcements that are of special interest to us. Those being that not 1, not 2, but 3 cars that Tesla wants to unveil and develop in 2023. Tesla's new self-driving software, new factories, bigger sales numbers. It's just generally a prime time to be the biggest EV manufacturer in the world. It's not surprising that the company plans to ride the hive wave into victory. So here's the first main car. Number 1, the Cybertruck. Now I know some of you can't stand it, and yes, the Cybertruck is kind of old news now. But technically speaking, we still don't know much about the actual truck in real life. And with the now iconic presentation fail, it was obvious that the car was still at that point very much a prototype. And the actual thing coming out is not going to be small news. But I do have some actual juicy news on that. See, the biggest thing that separates the Cybertruck from the other Tesla cars is the body, which unlike aluminum for the others, is made up of steel in this truck, allowing more strength and general toughness. And because of that, the company had to wait a while to release it. But along came SpaceX with their own need of a steel factory for their Starship rocket. And you have Elon pooling in money to make his own steel plant. That's great news for Tesla as well as SpaceX, because that basically means greater efficiency in building and shipping. Apart from the steel factory itself, we also have the Gigafactory in Texas, which is also starting to come into its own. And why is that relevant, you ask? Well, it's because it's the place the Cybertruck will actually be built. And with the steel plant now becoming operational, the Cybertruck is ready to start production later in 2022. Number 2, the Tesla Model 2. Elon Musk and Tesla have for quite some time had only one main goal: to make EVs the main source of transportation. And to do that, they've been gunning to release a small form factor, low-cost vehicle that'll be their proper entry into that market. It's just simple fact that no matter how great your high-end sales are, the actual cars that sell are the Corollas and the Ford Focuses of the world. And that's exactly what the company wants to make with the Model 2. Now, before I get into more detail, though, did you know that the Model 2 is not the car's official name? Many people think that since the Model 3 already exists, it would make sense for them to make a Model 2. However, the Model 3 name was accidental, the reason being that Elon wanted the name Model 2 for his grand scheme of Model S and Model E and Model X and Model Y. However, that name was already copyrighted by Ford, so he had to go with the name of Model 3. Anyway, although the car is the ultimate goal, and with the 4680 battery and the Giga Shanghai factory underway, there are decent chances of it happening. Not just yet, because it's still very much in development, but just how far this is something that varies amongst Tesla fans. Another good indicator, besides the technology on the manufacturing, is the image revealed in the form of an official sketch, as the sketch shows the car belongs to the newer Model 3 and Model Y style, with soft headlights and a very futuristic look. That conveniently brings us to the last important part regarding this car: self-driving. See, Tesla is not just concerned about people driving their cars. In fact, in the long term, they want no one to drive their cars because they want all their cars to be fully self-driving. And well, as it turns out, the single biggest expected feature of this car will actually be the lack of features. Because in that conference, according to Elon himself, the car may actually feature the first big attempt by Tesla to make a completely autonomous vehicle. Although there were plans to make a Model Y with no steering wheel, they just didn't come to fruition. But with the version 10.1 of Tesla's autopilot system, along with an extensive beta program, I don't think it's a stretch to say that the first instance of a completely autonomous car might be the Model 2. We've seen images of full self-driving for some time now, and I feel it's getting close. Then there's this quote, which was taken right out of Elon's address to the employees regarding the future of the company. Elon Musk asked, "Do we want to have this car come with a steering wheel and pedals?" And so that's the Model 2. The exact details, like the year of release, are still unknown, as Tesla is known for being secretive about any concrete plans they have. I believe that the car is somewhere in the late development cycle, and if all goes to plan, you might see it as soon as 2023. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Number 3, the Robovan. Tesla's first truck is the Cybertruck. And next, a Robovan? You thought I was going to say semi. Well, the Robovan is one of the more elusive of Tesla's projects. However, that doesn't mean it's not a likely contender for the year 2023. There's a long time running rumor among Tesla fans about Elon and his company developing large-scale public transportation as its behind-the-scenes project. And while there have been numerous indicators of that in the past, with Musk confirming all the way back that a Tesla van was extremely likely to happen, this ties perfectly into the next point, which is that Tesla will most probably not make their van drivable. Instead, it will act as a perfectly autonomous vehicle that will take up duties of public transportation all over the country, from giving easy rides to the elderly and children to just being a good way to commute. The Robovan could be Tesla's first foray into public vehicles. Still, despite of all that, a lot remains to be said, and I'll be sure to give you news of any updates as soon as I get them. I think the biggest push in 2023 will obviously be the Cybertruck as the Texas Gigafactory rolls into production. So please leave a comment below on what you think will be Tesla's push in 2023. Give the video a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.